Hello, it's me, I'm a VTuber, Funny Tomato Girl. Recently, I asked you all to send in your craziest, sussiest confessions. This is how it went.
First of all, I've been binging so much on NSFW AI chatbots, Genshin and VTuber theme. What does that mean? So what you're doing is you're doing ERP, but with AI. Basically like Akinator, but Genshin, and you talk to them and indulge in NSFW with them. Interesting! It's like sexting with ChatGPT. Get well soon. 07 in the chat. I don't know if there's any way that we can ask for forgiveness for you. I think you're just doomed. I enjoy the absolute territory, aka the space under a skirt but above thigh highs, and I let my imagination run wild. Amen! That's not even a sin! When I was in the 10th grade, I went to a mall with diarrhea, and I was walking around when all of a sudden I had a wave of pain in my stomach, and I realized I had to go to the bathroom. I tried to fart to subside the pain, and within a 3-second span, I released a wave of liquid poop. I don't think anybody heard it, so I went to the restroom to clean up, but on the way there, I realized I was getting glances, and I realized that I smelled like literal shit, and I had to do the walk of shame back to my car. You went to your car? Like, did you have shit in your pants? If you're in the 10th grade, I don't know, man. Oh my god. I cleaned up afterwards. That is a crazy self-report. I must confess, I love panda huggers. What the f is confession? That's not what I meant by confession. That's like a confession of love. Also, Toma's pretty great too, I guess. Jail. When I was in the 6th grade, I went to outdoor school, which is a school-led overnight camp, and I was in a cabin with some of the most popular kids at school. I was on the top bunk, and below me was one of the popular kids I desperately wanted to be friends with. On the very last night, I woke up in the middle of the night having to pee really bad, but if you needed to go to the bathroom, you had to wake one of the counselors up, and they would have to take you outside. It was pouring rain, and being an extremely shy and anxious kid, I decided I'd just wait until morning. That plan didn't work, and I ended up accidentally peeing in my sleeping bag. The girl in the bunk below me started freaking out because all of the photos she taped to the bedpost were soaking wet and ruined. That's not real. How much did you pee? Having to pee is one thing. Peeing yourself in your sleeping bag is another. Not really sus, but when I was doing CPR training, we were handing out the baby CPR model, and I motioned to a girl with one of the models and asked, "Do you want a baby?" And then I realized how it looked. What do you mean by that? That's some insane riz. Can you imagine just casually looking at someone in the eye and just going, "Do you want a baby?" And they're like, and you're just like, "Here, let me hand it to you." That is insane. Whenever I need to pee, I sing Toma's "I Need to Pee" song. No, I'm not joking. The question here is, do you sing the "I Need to Pee" song while you are also peeing? I had that the other day too. What? That will do it. In the MMORPG video game Final Fantasy XIV Online, I started a finance investment firm. Allegedly, one could maybe call this investment firm a scam. What I would do is go to people and present them with my company, where I take your money and invest it with my expert market board knowledge. I've never opened the market board. And then I would promise them a ×3 return for a percentage fee. I would take these players' money and tell them to their face that I scammed them and run off. I made 500 million doing this before I stopped. What the f? 500 million? How many freaking people did you scam? I drink milk unironically. You did not say that. Milk is underrated, I'm not gonna lie. What's wrong with that, Toma? What's wrong with that, Toma? Would be a question that I would accept if it wasn't for the fact that I myself every single day as a child after being forced to drink milk. Would it be bad to say I have a glass of milk with me right now? No, you're lying. Are you all milk lovers? Oh my god. You know, I like milk with cereal. I like milk when it's like mixed with things. I don't know if I could actually drink milk plain. I ritualistically squeeze ripe tomatoes in between my thighs every spring. Wait, when is the first day of spring? I might have to be careful. March 20th? Okay, so around March 19th, please remind me to set something in my calendar so I know when exactly to start running. I'm really glad you've opened this confession form because I've been hiding this for a long time. It's something that's been plaguing me for years. It affects everything about my life, and I really need to tell someone. My therapist tells me it's very unhealthy and dangerous for me to keep this all to myself, so I'm sorry, but you know, I'm ready. Here it is. For my entire life, I draw handy for myself, and I also use them for myself. That is phase. Sometimes I like to walk in mashed potatoes. I like to let a crust form on my feet so that I can feel something. Pardon? What did you mean by that? Do you eat them afterwards? This is not based. One time I went out for beers with a newly arrived neighbor to make friends with them. But after some beers, he tried to kiss me. Is it welcome? It was a pretty funny moment, and we ended up on friendly terms anyways. Okay, ally. And it could have started with a kiss. Sometimes if I'm in the elevator with strangers, instead of facing the door, I decide to turn around and I face them for the rest of the ride, just so that we can share the anxiety for a moment in the day. What? That is honestly kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who hurt you, but that's kind of insane. All right, this next one. I love feet. What do you mean by that? Okay, Toma, but what's the confession? That's the confession. It's not me, okay? It's not me. I think I can appreciate when a foot is nice. You know, I can appreciate like a nice, pretty foot. That doesn't mean that I'm going to like be like Niagara Falls over feet. You know what I mean? Confession. I spent $23 on V-Bucks. That's how it always starts. I know who it is. I know it's you. I know it. Oh my God. That's crazy. The question I have to ask is I wonder what they spent the money on. Like, I wonder what they bought with that money. I'm really curious now. I've been seeing a lot of Gojo edits on TikTok, and they've been making my stomach flip more than any person I've met IRL. And I don't know how to feel about it. Do you think something's wrong with me? This is you, Toma. It's not me. I did not do anything like that. It is not a self-report. I'm simply reading. Do not shoot the messenger. It's not me. You know, I understand. I feel the same way about Ghetto. He's so crazy, so silly. You know how most people have a go-to playlist for every occasion? Yeah, mine is like house music. Well, mine is a bit unconventional. While most people jam out to the latest hits, I've been secretly immersing myself in the world of ASMR, not just any ASMR. ASMR, Dommy, Mommy, Sleep Aid Roleplay. I've gotten to the point where I can be deep into a competitive game with my friends, and while everyone is blasting adrenaline pumping beats to get into the zone, the melodious tones of soothing goth Dommy Mommy girlfriend fills my headphones. You know what? If it works, it works. One time, I shook someone. Their name was Toma, and I almost made her shit herself. Sukovt, what did you mean by that? So let me tell you guys the story behind this, okay? We went to a restaurant and there was a huge portion of pasta that I ordered. And it just so happened to be like really cheesy, heavy, creamy. It was really good. It was a lot of fun to eat. For the record, I'm extremely lactose intolerant, but I started getting a little bubbly. But it wasn't just like a mild bubble. It was aggressive. So I told everyone at the table, and Suko included, I think I'm gonna shit myself. Sukovt misunderstood my words. She interpreted that as me saying, I don't want to shit in this restaurant because I don't think I want to. So then she starts getting a little angry and she starts grabbing me by the shoulder and she's shaking me and she's like, Toma, you have to use the restroom, use it. And I'm just like, stop, I'm gonna shit myself. And she's like, oh, I thought you meant you didn't want to poop right now, even though you had to. It was definitely an experience. But yeah, that's all the submissions for today. It was so much fun. It was so much freaking fun.